I'm sure you've seen the headlines by now that Xbox is losing $100 to $200 per console that they sell, which probably means doom and gloom for Xbox and their days are just about done. Well, maybe not quite. Let's kind of go over some of that here today. So, in a recent event at the Wall Street Journal, Phil Spencer reveals that Xbox is losing roughly up to $200 per console. Now, this actually isn't anything new. If you didn't, or if you weren't aware, consoles are actually even more so oftentimes sold at a loss. And then they plan on making money back through game sales going forward. Now, some consoles have actually managed to turn this around, like the Nintendo Switch itself has actually managed to be making about 55% of its profits in console sales. But this is kind of more so an anomaly. This doesn't always happen. But we can kind of go over what is maybe making Xbox so much money. And it's at no surprise that their Game Pass has had massive success. They're definitely pushing this subscription service, which has turned out to be huge for them. In fact, 25 million subscribers to Game Pass, and now, of course, they're paying a lot for Game Pass too. They're buying a lot of games. If you're not familiar, Game Pass is basically the Netflix of video games. It offers a lot of different video games for free. You just have to be subscribed to Game Pass. And with 25 million subscribers, that number definitely adds up, especially for Xbox here. It's even been growing, up from 18 million since their last reporting. And with such massive success here so far, we can only imagine that it has grown from here as well. But to put that 25 million number kind of into reference, how does that actually stack up against Netflix? Well, not quite there. We're definitely really far away from Netflix's level. Netflix is bringing in a whole total still of 223 million subscribers, but as to be expected, Netflix is kind of up there really far. Let's bring these numbers back down here a little bit. I just pulled up Crunchyroll, for instance. 5 million paying subscribers on Crunchyroll, which means Xbox Game Pass is way over Crunchyroll, the anime streaming service, to put a little bit more perspective into there. And so it kind of gives you a little bit of a sense of scale, how successful it is. And comparing to what PlayStation had to offer, PlayStation Now, which is how we'll go over how that's been kind of replaced here. But PlayStation Now, which was definitely less of or at a smaller scale than Xbox, was only pulling in 3.2 million subscribers, way under. Now, of course, PlayStation has been feeling the pressure, I believe, here on a Game Pass, and they've really remodeled everything into their PlayStation Plus subscription plan. So not only is this just the separate the games you actually are subscribing to your online membership, and you can unlock access to game catalogs on PlayStation Plus. And so to go over kind of some of the price points there, to start unlocking gaming catalogs with PlayStation Plus, you're going to be looking at like $14.99, and of course this once again is bundled with your subscription. And then of course you can go to the premium catalog where you also unlock more retro games for a whole total of $17.99 a month. And where does that stack up against Xbox? Well, Xbox, you can get just playing on console or PC for $9.99 a month. Again, you'll need still Xbox Live, that's still separate, then Xbox Game Pass, or you can go with their Ultimate version for $14.99 a month. If you think about it, unlimited catalog of games, at least what's on the service, is a pretty darn good deal for those prices. And what they're hoping to do, is that you keep your subscription going even when you're not playing. So say you're away for a couple months and you're still paying that subscription, or maybe you've fallen out for a while, and that's kind of where they're making, a good chunk of money, getting those people to subscribe and keep their subscription even when they're not playing games. It's definitely working, especially if even if you could say that everyone's paying $9.99 a month times 25 million memberships. Xbox is definitely bringing back that loss in that perspective. And now, even Xbox, what they have rolling here, I think has even had Nintendo's eye on that as well. I mean, we've seen Nintendo with their online subscription service only starting at that $3.99, and which is good because their service is a little bit rough. Let's be honest, Nintendo Switch Online is not the best, but basically with Nintendo Switch Online, I think you're basically paying for that virtual console that they unlock to you once you subscribe to their online membership. So $3.99 a month, basically, to unlock a whole catalog of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games is dirt cheap. I mean, that's a really good deal, especially since they keep bringing in more games. Unless you are interested in doing the expansion pack where they've added GameCube and other games there, where you're going to be paying $49.99 a year, still way under the competition. But it's definitely, you can see definitely kind of a trend here where everyone wants to get you signed up on your subscription. They want to offer value there, and with that value, even if you're not using it, they're kind of hoping that you're there just in case you want to go back to it, and they get you hooked that way so you can kind of keep supplying money down the chain while you're a member of their services. I mean, it's a smart business plan, especially when consoles are being sold at a loss. They just need to make it up again somehow, and it works pretty well. But honestly, if you see that headline and you think, oh man, that's doom and gloom for Xbox, it might be over. What's going on? Just know that they're definitely still in a good spot here with what they've got rolling. Yes, their systems or their Xboxes are kind of losing the race, I guess you could say, on system sales, but they're bringing their Xbox Live to PCs, and they want to put it everywhere. They wanted to put it on the Nintendo Switch, for Pete's sake, which would have been huge for them, and then they could keep rolling in that subscription service and selling more of those. That's kind of their plan going forward, and it's working great for them. I do think that they're going to build something pretty darn massive as they keep going along. Either way, thanks for watching until the end of this video. I appreciate you, and hey, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.